right? We not having that. We want to build a community, forever. Kids win, we win. Period.
All right, we back. Class in session. Welcome everybody to another episode of A.M.UNIVERSITY. I'm your host, Antoine Miller. I believe this is episode 23.
23.
That's what you said?
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. It ain't like that Emmett Smith stuff you said. You tripping with that. I believe it's episode 23. Wayne.
What's good with you?
How your week been, brother?
Everything good. Everything good.
No snow.
Tom Brady won.
Tom Brady won. Yeah. Y'all counted the GOAT out. You can never count the GOAT out.
43 years old, man.
Can never count the GOAT out. OG.
What's up, man?
My man.
Glad to be here,
We
man.
got you on, brother. How you living?
I'm good, man. Just, working, staying out the way, man. Trying to stay healthy.
Staying out the way, trying to stay healthy. That sounds like a good recipe for life to me. So let's jump right into it. Because I got a lot of interesting things that I always wanted to know. So I wanna go and rewind for a second back to that Roman Catholic game.
Yeah.
Your senior year in high school, which
man.
was a great team that y'all had. That was a great team that y'all had, right? I think a lot of people look at that game for the black and white of what it was. It was Dajuan Wagner, the number one junior in the country versus Eddie Griffin, the number one senior in the country, and they right across the blue from each other.
Literally.
Philadelphia and Camden, right?
We always had that rivalry,
right?
Philly-Camden rivalry.
Right, and that was great, just that on its own, and the names of Camden High and Roman Catholic, but this must be the weirdo in me as a basketball coach. Like I always looked at it from your perspective, as far as like, rest in peace, Eddie Griffin. He was a monster.
Oh, absolutely.
Like anybody that don't know Eddie Griffin growing up, like he was a monster. Made it to the league, what so have you. He was a monster, and this man had to guard, right? And I analyzed that game, and I look at how you competed against him, like, and people might take this for granted, but you gave everything that you had, and you still put up numbers in that game against. This dude wasn't no joke. I think Wag still was better than him as a junior, but regardless, this dude wasn't no joke, bro. And you gave everything you gave your all, and I feel like in this day and age, it's really important to bring that to light, because a lot of kids today, they see the name, it's over. Like once they walk into the gym, it's like this is God. Like before we even lace them up, like we not both human beings or whatever like that. You didn't take that approach, right? So I think that's really important. And I just want you to talk about, starting there, your mindset going into that game and how you felt during.
It's crazy you started this, because what a lot of people don't know, that game, the day before, Wani had his pins taken out. And he wasn't supposed to play. He told the doctor, if you don't take him out, I'm going to take him out. So we don't talk, we don't brag, because our mindset, if we step on that court, you playing. No excuses.
Right.
But the boy, I was there at the doctor office with him. He had pins sticking out his hands. He literally told the doctor, if you don't take him out, I'm gonna take him out. So I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
So the next day we play. I mean, I'm gonna go hard every game, but I knew that game I had to go super duper extra harder, because my bro hands fucked up.
Right.
So I'm like, we step on the court, we gotta do it. And that wasn't my first time playing against Eddie, so I kind of already had idea of his skill set, which was a motherfucker. That dude, man, like I said, number one player in the senior class, arms long.
I heard you say it on another interview. You said like he started that kind of stepping out as a big man.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
I mean, he could shoot threes, he'd take you down. He had a crazy hook shot. And if you take, then his arms is longer than 9th Street, so he blocking everything, altering everything, and then with no emotion. The dude never smiled, growled. Well, he would. He beat his teammates up. He beat a couple of his teammates up, but Eddie was a good dude, man.
Forgot about that.
Eddie, man, he just misunderstood, man. And rest in peace, man. He was, we got to be, we became, pretty good friends through the years, and he was a competitor. But being from Camden, first and foremost, we don't care who we play. We could be playing against Shaq. I'm still Wani literally had his pins taken out the day before.
Right.
You know, and that's again, there's no excuse, but you try playing ball with one hand. You know what I'm saying? So, but it was a great game. The city showed up, man. We sold out. Jay-Z, I think, was there. Allen Iverson, if I'm not mistaken. They used to come watch us play. Imagine that.
In high school.
In high school, they come to watch us. Well, come and watch Wani.
Y'all didn't lose the game after that.
Huh?
Y'all didn't lose the game after that.
No, we lost our last regular season game. Remember the Cherry Hill East? Valor had. That's the first time I seen Wani cramp up. Like the heat was on hell, man.
I never knew about it.
Yeah, we lost our, but it was like a kind of because we won like 20-something games straight. We lost, so we had to. We like, all right, that's the last regular season. That's the last game of the regular season. Then the playoffs came. We beat everybody. We was beating people by 50 points in the playoffs.
And me personally, like that's what I loved about y'all team. Like first of all, y'all all knew y'all role. Y'all knew exactly what y'all role was on that team. But even more importantly to me, like y'all was really hood dudes, like really city kids that was going up against the Bob Hurleys of the world and like these national rankings. Julius Hodges,
guys from everywhere, like
all literally was from Camden, and y'all did what y'all did. I still don't think people like understand that. Like so it was. I don't think people knew what was going on at the time, and like some people might have took it for granted, but it was really good to see, man. It was really good to see, yo.
It was really good to see, and even harder to follow. I just want to let you know that y'all put a blueprint down there.
You know what I'm saying? I just did another interview before I came here, and that came up, and it was very humbling when it's March should be 21 years since we won. And people, Kevin Minnick wrote a great article the other day about it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
People, everywhere I go, man, like, especially in the political world, cats still remember that shit, man. And this is 20, they remember certain games. I'm like, damn. It's a humbling experience.
It was a public school, bro.
Yeah, man.
And literally, y'all was all from this 9 miles radius.
Literally, man. It was all like, and like you said, everybody knew that. Everybody knew Wani was our number one, you know. I did my role. Dada did his role. Big Country did his role. Dorian did his role. Amani came off the bench. Matt Perry, a couple other cats.
Yeah, right.
Nobody never went. Why Wani got?
Right.
That's why we winning.
Right. right.
You know, then everybody put, and it was the best ride of our lives, man. I'm talking when I say ride, that whole year, you know, just winning games, getting on the bus. We having tour buses, going to It was nuts, man. After the games up in North Jersey, every time we stopped at a Fridays, everybody ordered whatever they want, milkshakes, take stuff to take home. You know, you had the staff was cool. We had Rest in Peace Fun as our security man. They back there playing, and Dada back there playing spades. I mean, Tonkas.
Come on, Fud.
Before the game.
Oh man, Fud, man.
But we was able to do that, like laughing, joking on the way. But once we stepped off that bus, everybody.
That's the thing. Look at what you just said.
It was beast mode.
Like, everybody never compromised who y'all was as people, though. I mean, y'all was kids and y'all ain't know no better, and that's what kids do. They don't know, but you never compromised who you were. This is me, and we gonna get off this bus and bust y'all ass.
Yeah, and that's listen. And people know me. Like, I'm one of the nicest people you ever meet. I'm a nice guy. I'm a cool dude. When I stepped on that court, man, I was trying to rip your throat out, man. And you know, get my chicken wing. I foul you. I use at least 4 of them fouls. We call it put in the basement. After the game, you good, bro?
Put them in the basement.
During the game, you wasn't like I remember Ray Barker.
Yeah.
So Ray, Ray, our boy. What up? So he go to Wilson. Yeah. You know, he's a football dude, but he played basketball. So Juan went down the hole zone. He fouled Juan kind of hard, right?
No.
Yeah, we started pushing. He looking like. Yo, I was at the house last night. We like, man,
listen, Ray, y'all can do that at Wilson and be cool.
Oh, man.
Over here, bro. Yeah,
that was funny. He was looking like, yo, we boys. We was at the house. He literally stayed at our house that night before. But when we stepped on that court, man, if you got an opposing jersey on, I feel sorry for you.
Right.
Like you said, everybody knew their role, man, and that's what made every special team great. People, Coach Cal used to always say, do what you do. Something plain and simple as shout out Coach Cal's birthday today.
Oh,
do what you do.
Happy birthday.
And that's simple. Do what you do. Don't try to do what you can't do.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's a great segue into what I wanted to go into next. Like, so I mean, we all know, you know, how good Juan was. Like, again, like Dajuan Wagner, for the people that don't know who we're talking about. Like, and again, I'm a weirdo. Like, so I go deeper at the things that he did, right? Because he's still the best scorer I've ever seen in my life.
Sure, man.
I've never seen anybody else on the face of this earth. They all had a weakness, one or two. It was something that they was great at a whole bunch of categories, but they was off at one or two things. I've never seen him not be good at anything offensively.
I know, man.
Not one, right? So what really got me is how he used to figure defenses out. Like I watched, somebody posted y'all TOC championship game the other day, right? You see that? Like, I don't know if y'all know what this is, but they was top locking Wag.
Yeah.
Like, so what top lock is, like, literally the defender, they start off over top of you. Like, so you can throw it behind the rim, but you can't like swing the ball and like go up there and get it. Like, the defender is literally over top of you. They're not playing behind you like a regular defender. And like, you can tell in the first half, Wag never knew what that was. He didn't know what that was, right? But he figured it out.
Yeah.
Like, I even heard a story. I don't know if you played. I heard that Bob Hurley. This is insane. I heard that Bob Hurley played triangle and two against Wag, but the two guys stayed on him.
Yeah. That was the game plan. And look, and he faced that all during AAU season. Like boxing ones, triangle and two, junk defense. Like, if he, as soon as he crossed the court, go trap him.
And he always figured it out.
And he never, one thing, bro, I never seen him uncomposed. I never seen nobody literally take the ball from him. And it wasn't.
I heard you say that.
It wasn't like he doing all this
and
stuff.
If you really think about what you just said, like, if you play basketball, somebody always took the basketball
I've never
from
seen nobody
in your life.
Maybe I was asleep when it happened, or maybe I wasn't there, but I've never seen nobody just be like, boop, and because Wani was so strong, but he protected the basketball, man. He never missed dribble. He come off a screen. He never fumbled. He always was under control, man. Always
I heard
composed.
you say that when in the Roman Catholic game when he did that on his foot, you was like, oh man.
Yeah, but that was the fucking man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the picture of that one picture that's on my with me like this over him.
Yeah, that
was right after that. When he did that, I said something to him like, "Don't worry about it, bro. We
good.
And we good. Like, we know that you know." So
I remember that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to next. Like, so so we all heard stories about how hard he worked, right? And you was right there with it. And I heard a couple of people will say like, "Oh, G 6'8", he better average all them rebounds." And like, if you think about what you saying though, like, this man averaged damn near 20 rebounds his senior year, but a game. He ain't just do it once or twice or seven times. He averaged. You know how hard it is to average 20 points, let alone 20 rebounds. So
5 and 18.
Like, so I know that came with a work ethic, and I know this man probably had to have a lot to do with it. Like, so we heard about how hard he worked, and we heard about, you know, the Tim Grover stories and things like that, things like that. So I know that had to play a part in your growth, you know, as a basketball player. So I just wanted you to talk about that for a second.
Absolutely, man. Look, I ain't gonna front. I was, growing up, I was a little lazy, just chasing girls. You know how.
Had the pretty hair. OG used to have the pretty hair.
I ain't got no more hair now.
He had the pretty hair, boy.
But growing up, I wasn't an athlete really growing up, and I didn't have that body frame where, you look at some kids like, yeah, he gonna be tall, he gonna be 6'8", 6. I didn't have that frame, so I'm like, I'm just playing ball because you do what your boys do.
Do what your boys do.
So as I started getting taller and taller, and I started getting better. I'm still a little lazy. Then we would be at the milk bar all night. Remember that? And we were in. We get in the house 3 morning. Late. Juan wake up 7 in the morning. Come on, bro, we out. I'm like, where we going? Like, well, go to the courts, man. I'm like, man, he like, get up. So from that point on, man, it's like I start saying to myself, here's this kid who's been the #1 player in the country since like his 5th, 6th grade year, literally, busting his ass every day. And this is before all the work, all the kids workouts now, we going to Centerville courts, 9th and Ferry or 8th and Central, and that's where we playing at. Mm-hmm. He's shooting, I'm rebounding, vice versa. He teaching me bro, dude, you should do this, And I'm like, what's my excuse? This guy right here is the number one player. You know, first of all, you know how hard it is to stay the number one player in the country from like your 4th, 5th grade till you fucking graduate. You know how hard that is. That right there.
I've never even heard of that happen.
That right there is an unbelievable feat, right there.
Yeah, I never even heard of that happening with
4th,
somebody.
5th grade, number one player in the country, and you know.
And we heard a trillion stories. He used to go and play people that said they was number one, or they might get a number one ranking, or they might
and destroy them.
Yeah,
destroy
like stuff like that.
You know, people they say he.
Like I heard the Omar Cook story. Was that true?
Oh man!
At the Nike camp.
Listen, and shout out to Omar Cook, man. Look, that's
the
first year we were there. Me and Juan was on the same team.
Omar Cook nasty too.
Omar Cook, and he had D.
I never Omar was like after that day. But they said he was like the next Gary Payton or something like that. Like
I don't know what happened. He went to St. John's, but high school wise, one of the best point guards I've ever seen.
Okay.
I mean, he was a real point guard.
Nah, for real.
That dude was, and he was like this and all that. So back to the Nike camp. So the first year they had me and Wagner on the same team. We busting everybody's ass. And this guy was on our team too. My man Jamal Crawford. Shout out Jamal.
Oh yeah,
cool dude, man. He was like he putting that thing up. So next year they split us up. So Coach Frank Martin, where Taquan's going to South Carolina, he was my coach.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's why
like
to this day we cool. We talk all the time.
Okay.
So they put. I forgot who Wani coach was. Maybe Kevin Boyle again, because Kevin Boyle was our coach the first year. So, you know, we busting ass, Wani and busting ass. So that game, I think Darius Miles. It was, I think D Miles on my team. We had a bomb squad, and they had a bomb squad. So they were saying, "Oh, Omar gonna lock him up. Omar gonna." Why they ain't doing that? Why they do that? Oh, fuck, I think he had 54 points, man. And after that game, I believe after that game, that's when they put in the
rule that you
gotta
can't.
You gotta pass four times for you shoot.
They said like he left the camp after getting like 54 or 55 points.
Nah, he stayed. But the crazy thing is, bro, he wasn't gunning. Everybody was like, "Go at that nigga. Go at him. Do it." Like it was all within the game. It wasn't like nobody was. Everybody was scoring, but it was a close game. But listen, like I said, shout out to Omar Cook, but he destroyed O that night. It was one time. It was like a close game. O was like grabbing, like you ain't getting this. Juan ended up getting it, and they beat us by like 3 points. It was like when the thing was there. I mean, this is when, like it was a few NBA also. Tyson Chandler, Eddie Curry.
Who he wanted was the boy Jason Williams. That went to Duke.
Yeah. I don't think he was there.
He had to go because Wag went. Remember his mom got into it. It was before Twitter.
We tried to play them. It's crazy we brought him up. We tried to play Duke that year with Memphis, and they didn't. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say they didn't want players, but I know we wanted to play. That's what they had. Dunleavy.
Yeah, they was loaded. Like Duhan or somebody like Boozer. Like they was loaded.
Shout out to Booze. Man.
Yeah, they was loaded.
Booze and Wani became teammates in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the coolest dudes ever. Him and Diop, just a guy on the job.
Yeah.
Them three, Wani, Diop, and Boo, man, was like that was the click on the road. I used to meet him in different cities, and we would kick it and stuff, man. We had fun, man.
I remember I went to used to go to a camp. Well, not a camp. It's like at the school program at the YMCA. So they used to pick us up from Forest Hill. And then we used to have to go to YMCA, had the little program, and then you had to be picked up by about 8 o'clock by your parents and shit. So it had to be like Wani either freshman or sophomore year. I just know he pulled up in a gray Cherokee, a gray Jeep Cherokee. If you remember what year he had that, he pulled up with like 5 niggas in that Jeep Cherokee. He had on some baggy ass like Carl Kanai shorts and some Timberland boots. He walked right past the desk. You supposed to have a membership to come in the Y. He walked right past the desk. The 4 niggas behind me walked past the desk. He went upstairs. He said, "Yo, let me get that ball." I'm in the ball dribbling a rubber basketball by myself. He asked me for my ball. He just had so much confidence that I was just like, all right. That boy didn't miss not one shot.
Listen,
that he was in there for like an hour shooting all like threes from all around the perimeter, and all the 4 people was just getting the rebound, passing it to him. He ain't missing out one shot, and that I understood. Like, damn, I better have given him that basketball. That's somebody different.
Listen, man, it's funny you said that he hit all them shots. I swear on everything, man.
That was like
And this
98.
may seem crazy, but every time he shot the ball, I thought it was going in. Every single time he shot the ball.
Even outside.
Even outside. You know, it's hard to shoot outside.
Even outside.
You know, I used to look at this dude like, yo, this dude's amazing, man. Like, unbelievable.
I remember he beat that at 21-0.
It's crazy. Like we'll move on after this, but I like when I was like 14, 15, I thought it was a person like him in every city. Like because it wasn't the internet wasn't really you know like you hear names you know the Carlos Hurst and all these
21-0.
Yeah, I mean we got stories for days, bro. Yeah,
And he did
I was there.
inside the
He couldn't
paint.
get inside the 3-point line.
Like he was holding that
He was
outside
hard
the
at that,
3-point
but
line.
he couldn't get inside the 3-point line.
You did that.
As strong as it was,
You
strong
did
as
that.
ox, man.
And this was his rookie year too. You did that.
But yeah, it was a great
He
game.
tried to make you go get pineapples after that from the Chinese store.
Shout out.
You remember that?
He said, try to get him.
Right for the Chinese store, right?
Bro, he tried to give me some pineapples now.
Oh, man.
All right, so let's move on. Like so, transferring OG, cause like I don't know how close y'all was to, but I heard stories.
This close.
Like it was that close after the fight.
Hold on. About that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Can you tell us where?
Camden Catholic.
Yeah.
First, St. Patrick's in the mix, too.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the reason why we didn't, just
the heritage is there.
something about leaving Camden, we just couldn't do it.
Y'all would have never been looked at the same. You know?
I don't think we'd be able to. I don't mean this literally, but I don't think we'd be able to live with ourselves if we went to Camden Catholic. And the NJSIAA fucking screwed us. You punish kids for, especially when the fight happened outside. Well, it's not happening inside, but all the people that got arrested was from the other school. No Camden fans. And fights happen all the time, but you literally punish us. You make the city fire the coach, the legendary Coach Turner, which is bullshit. And then you put us on a 17-game schedule because you knew we had a team that was going to fucking destroy shit. Come on, man. I'm still bitter to this day about that. 17 games, can't go to play. Come on, man. We were literally, if I could, before you touch, because you want, like, as kids, you want to win.
Yeah.
You want to play.
Yeah.
But it was it's something about Camden, man. The city, the way they
energy,
support, and we looked at the city, the way the city ride. I know they would have rolled with us anyway. They'd have been
A little bit.
Camden,
I don't know.
but it was just like Camden, man. It's something about Camden. Like we've been around. Like I remember when Wally played in Poland. I went over there with him. As soon as we landed, there's all this media there. And they was asking questions. They just knew about Camden. They knew his fucking history, man. His name is
About
Dad.
Camden.
Yeah, we in Poland, man.
Everyone, Travis Best was over there with y'all.
Oh man, that's our boy, man. Sip, we call him Sip. You know his name is remember the movie
He got game.
He got his name is Sip.
Oh, that was real.
We call him Sip.
Oh man.
We call him Sip from Massachusetts, Springfield. That's where I was playing at.
Oh.
When I was up there with Cal, we saw him. Yep, Cal. Shout out to Trav, man. Yo, Trav was good people, man. That was my boy.
What y'all
man.
was saying about the NJSIAA?
Yeah.
They did the same thing with the boy Kevin Payton with us. When we went to Puerto Rico, when we came back, they turned all our wins into losses, and which made us be lower seed. Lower seed that make us match up with Wilson. Because Wilson and Camden High would have been in the playoffs all the way up. We would have ended up matching in the championship.
Yeah.
They made us the lower seeds of where we match up the first round. So somebody got to get knocked out. And that's what happened my senior year.
Yeah, I remember that. I was away, I think, but I remember that. I always followed the
They said Kevin Payton have a green card or something coming from
Yeah,
Austria.
it's like when you penalize kids a certain way, it's like, come on, man. They fucking kids. You know, it's not like, what is he doing? It's not like he's fucking 21. He's a regular age kid.
It's America, bro.
You know, but they always had a disdain for Camden basketball, man.
Hate.
Like every referees, some referees, it's a lot of court, but it was some referees some calls they used to make, and you know the way they treated us, other schools, is like.
I'm scared. I'm still scared to this day to walk into certain gyms or see certain referees walk into that.
Yeah,
gym.
you be like, oh shit.
Like, damn, we here for it, bro.
You know, but the love was real, man. And to this day, man, like you see coaches like Coach Kessler from Shawnee, Coach Crawford, solid. You know, solid. It was all wars, man. You know, Coach Kevin Kelly became good friends through the years. You know, especially me through coaching, and you know, he's good people, man. It was all about like teaching the kids and going to, like he's a great coach. He got a lot of success. He won one. You know, his team.
95. Yeah. Oh, they just won one recently. Yeah. They just
I'm talking about for the TOC. I think they won the TOC.
Nah, they kept. I want to say that was 95. I know they just won a state championship a couple years ago.
I think they won the TOC with Malik Allen and them.
Yep.
We the only public schools, South Jersey schools ever win it.
And then the girls, Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson.
Hey, Ray and y'all won the whole thing. But yeah, I don't think people talk about that enough, like what y'all did as a public school. And like I want to go back to what you just said about like with all that adversity, bro. Like that's character. Like I don't know if y'all think about that. Like for y'all stand, like having a whole type of what y'all bought with, like y'all could have easily went anywhere.
I think he exaggerating with that.
There's
no way.
They couldn't play, bro. They couldn't play.
The combination, we were so pissed off at the NGSI.
So right now with the coronavirus, like you wouldn't think about it. It ain't you can't win nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't leave to go to Philly. Archbishop Wood playing for championships over Philly.
He said Camden Catholic.
No, it don't matter though.
Camden Catholic out of all people. When he took the braids out and got mad, crazy.
I mean,
not Camden Catholic.
Crawford could coach though. Crawford could coach.
That was a part of it too.
Crawford could coach though.
Nah, that was a part because
Crawford could coach,
great
bro.
coach, man.
Crawford could coach.
Crawford's a great. Listen,
Crawford.
It don't matter if you don't like him or not.
Crawford always play.
How many times you beat Camden Catholic?
None. But look, Crawford.
Exactly.
I don't want to never beat Camden.
Hell no, we ain't never beat Camden Catholic.
For life.
Lost every time.
Y'all left a bad stain in their mouth, so they made sure they beat us.
They
Remember, I'm coming right after y'all.
Yeah.
But I gotta clean up all y'all mess. They was not playing with us.
But now when we was close going there.
They still had the twins. We still had the twins.
Yeah, Nick. It's funny because
James already.
Me and Nick.
That was an ambition. They had the twins.
It's funny because me and Nick Cangelosi, we do work together. We work some projects together.
Get out of here.
It's crazy how life.
Yeah.
That's the one that went to the Tar Heels, or that's Eric?
I can't.
Which one was the quarterback? Did you work with or the other one?
I can't remember.
One of them went to the Tar Heels.
I think it was Eric.
Eric.
But they were tough as nails, and dudes. They were mostly every school we played was scared. They freshmen, right? I scored a bucket, right? And I said something slick to him. I forgot which one. I came down. One of them gave me a chicken wing to the rib. I'm like, all right. It was a combination of Italian, man. It was they're from Camden.
Yeah, you don't expect that from.
It was coming to being shocked, and I'm like, okay, I like this because
let's go.
I'm tired of playing. Like we were tired of playing.
It was easy. Yeah,
like we won competition.
Everybody's scared of us.
Yeah, so they shout out to them, man. They still cool as hell to this day, man.
No doubt. Let's go here, like, cause y'all was the first regime as far as college to start. I mean, Calipari probably said to start his whole, era. I mean, he had success at UMass, but Memphis was.
I was his first recruit.
Yeah, Memphis. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I was his first recruit.
Memphis was it. To start the whole Calipari legacy.
Yeah.
Like, and I always anybody that played Division I basketball, I always gotta ask them about their experience playing Division I basketball, because kids that want to go D1 don't understand. They don't understand, bro, that grind. Like, so whatever you can say about playing for Cal, starting off and the things that y'all did, like, bro, put it on wax, bro. Like, let these kids know.
First and foremost, so I'm gonna start like this. So high school, we the man. We got a little cockiness and stuff. We just won a TOC.
TOC.
We on top of the world, right?
Number one in the country. Let me get
number
that.
one in the country. Come on, man. We buying Clown 9. So I'm like, man, this college stuff's gonna be easy, man. So after I graduated, I left like in June, end of July.
Okay.
So I had a little job at FedEx. Memphis is FedEx world headquarters.
Yep.
They are big boosters and all that.
Yep.
So he hooked me up with a job, for like 6 weeks. Made a lot of money.
I reached out to you when you was down there. So you remember that?
I remember.
6 weeks.
Made some good money. Shout out to FedEx. All the people, man.
No
Mr.
doubt.
Bronzak and all those guys.
No doubt.
Mr. Doherty.
There we go.
So listen, I get down there. I'm like, coming in. Listen. First of all, the 5-on-5s was because you got to think everybody on the team was the man in there.
Yeah.
That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
So then you had the pro guys coming in. Rest in peace, Lorenzen Wright and all those guys. Jason Williams, White Chocolate. Paul Gasol.
I was rocking out.
They would come to our gym all the time. So that was nuts. But just our team was a couple notches up. So then fall preseason comes. So again, I'm like, this shit is easy. Listen, when I first walked in the gym, I see trash cans everywhere. So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So Cal said, yeah, you see all the trash cans? Some of you motherfuckers can't go make it. I'm going to start throwing up there. So that's why he put trash cans everywhere in the gym because, listen, when I tell you it was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, I said to myself, like, everything was times. When I hit zero, it wasn't just me, but when that clock hit zero, because it was a 45-minute workout, then and no rest, I just collapsed. I'm on the ground, my heart probably beating like 1,000,000 times a second. Man, listen. I heard he's a lot calmer now, but I was crazy back then.
He was hungry.
Love it. Listen, to this day, like we talk all the time. I talk to him today. Like I can show you, like like he did it. Like I always say, Coach, thanks for taking a chance on me. Cause it's a little sidetrack. Every other coach that was recruiting us, you gonna come right away and play? Cause everybody knew me and Wani was a package deal. You gonna come? You gonna start? Cal came in and was like, look, OG, you could start all 4 years. You can sit the bench the whole 4 years. It's totally up to how hard you work. And I couldn't do nothing but respect that. Everybody else was, you gonna play? Because everybody knew Wani was coming, you know. So,
no, because that's important, right? Because that's a recruiting. That's a strategy. What this coach told you, play Coach A and B told you, right? Why did that make you feel comfortable? What Cal told you compared to what? Because and it's really important. The black and white kid, their brain. If somebody tell them they're going to play all 4 years, they're gone.
I'm like, yeah.
Why didn't that sway you towards them?
A part of it was the Camden in me, in a sense, because I'm like
underdog.
Yeah, I was told I'd never play Division I. You'll sit the bench at Camden High. I was literally told stuff like that. Like you basically you ain't going. And instead of me believing that and be like, damn, and making my confidence go lower, I'm looking at the motherfuckers like, yeah, all right, let's go. You know, I'm gonna prove it to you.
It pushed you.
Started 3 years at Camden High, team captain. Memphis started two and a half years. Team captain, 2 years, and team leader since my sophomore. You know, coach relied on me a lot of things. This is a top 25 program.
You wanted the challenge. I
wanted the challenge, and Cal looked me in my eyes and said what he said. Other coaches, yeah, Bart, you know, and it was like fast. So I'm not gonna name them names. These are popular coaches. Yeah, Bart, you know, I'm like, and it just. You know, it's just like, you know, as just being from Canada, we see that shit. And we like, man, this guy full of shit. But Kyle looked me in the eyes and just basically said, you can either sit the bench for 4 years or you can play the whole 4 years. And I couldn't do nothing but respect that. You know what I'm saying? And he's to this day, man, I tell you. Like I talked to him, like his birthday today, I talked to him today, but we talk a couple times a month, mostly through text. But it's like, that's my man. Like and it's not just the basketball stuff. It's the life lessons he taught me. Every year, we always had exit interviews when the season was over.
Mm-hmm. What you want to do?
You know, get better. He'd tell me what I need to work on, And my senior year, you know, so I tore my knee up. I had 3 left knee surgeries. I could barely get through a practice. It got to a point I would just play the games. I didn't even practice. I would do pull workouts and free throws and like post. But as far as the hard bumping, I couldn't do it because my knee was so fucked up. But even for him to still have the trust in me to start me, play 20, 25 minutes a game, and most important, my teammates trusted me. But they wasn't like, man, why the fuck you can't practice? They're like, bro, just give us what you got. You know what I'm saying? But that showed the character and all that, and that showed the respect Cal had for me. You know what I'm saying? But back to the life lessons, so when I tore my knee up, it was basically over. My career was over. And that was a fucking hard pill to swallow because that's what I was there for. of course, to go to school, but I got an athletic scholarship to play
come
ball,
on,
so I'm there to
on.
play ball.
Come on.
Just keep it real.
Come on.
So to have this fucking injury and not being able to play after college, I thought about leaving a couple times. I ain't going front, but it just wasn't. I wasn't leaving. I was in a great. First of all, Memphis will always be my second home. The love they showed me out there, from the street level to the corporate level to the.
Yo Gotti was out there. Yo Gotti was out there back then.
Yeah,
He was out there, right?
we were bringing Yo Gotti CDs back, and everybody he whacked. Now look at him. That's our guy.
Yeah,
That's up, man. You cool people, man.
I remember one time, once again,
of course.
Wag pulled up in a 745. He was playing some bullshit. Now that I know it was Yo Gotti.
Yeah, man.
He was playing it, yo. Like, I can't make this shit up.
Shout out to Yo Gotti, man. All them dudes, man. 3-6.
And with this, and let's end with this.
3-6.
Let's end with this,
That's
because
funny.
I feel like I don't.
You jumping over shit, yo. 3-6 Mafia, man.
That ain't my type of music, bro. I like Yo Gotti as a person, but I'm not listening to Yo Gotti. Go ahead.
3-6. So they had this song, right? Called Tear the Club Up.
Oh yeah.
They literally couldn't play that song in the clubs down there because motherfuckers tear the club up. And these are homegrown jokers. They couldn't play certain songs. It wasn't just that song, but it was a couple other songs that was like fight anthems, man. First night, listen, just real fast. First night I'm there. It was a Friday night. Remember Scooter McFadden? Yeah. So we knew Scoot from
Y'all bought him a candy. Y'all bought him a candy. Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell those stories.
Yeah, y'all bought him a candy. He dealt with a couple. Go ahead.
That's my boy, man. I've been talking. So I knew Scoot from like Nike camp and stuff. So when I got to college, we were roommates, and so we chilling, right? He was like, "We going out tonight." I'm like, "All right." Literally, first night there, Friday night, we get in the club. First of all, when we get there, I see people dancing in circles and shit, right? So I'm like, "What the fuck is going on here?" I said, "Yo, that's how y'all dance out here?" He was like, "Nah, fool, that's the it was the sororities and fraternities. Okay. You know how they do that."
Yeah.
I'm like, cause I don't, we up here ain't that popular.
Yeah, no.
So I'm like, oh, school day. So that's the first thing. I remember moving school day. So I'm like, oh, okay.
That was my joint.
Yeah, so we chilling, right? Then people come to us, man, Memphis. First of all, Memphis basketball. Listen, dude ain't even get in. Was the man. Dude, the 12th man was doing his numbers.
The boy Rice. What's his boy?
And Rice.
And Rice.
He came down.
He was solid. He was solid. I remember him.
I was going to take his plot.
Go ahead.
So we in the club, right? We don't chilling. Next thing you know, right? You see dudes in each other's face. Like, you can't hear what they saying, but one dude, man, did some stuff with his fingers, man.
Got mashed.
Now the dude that did his fingers, it's a funny story. We ended up being real cool. Cause they took, like, you play ball, they looked,
Yeah.
But he did. He was a leader of a certain gang out there. So he did some stuff with his fingers, man. Next thing you know, boom, 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 boom. And man, next thing I see is this one dude grab a bottle of Moet, man.
Oh man.
Hit this dude in the head, man, and you could hear it was like, boom. That sound like, it was like, boom. Dude was leaking, man, and I don't know if he died or not, but I was just like, I said, damn, I'm thinking like, cause when you think of Memphis, you think of Elvis.
Right.
Like, so I'm thinking like it's cool.
Right.
Cause we come from where we from, like it's gonna be. I said, man, they get down.
Because you gotta think about OG coming from places like the Milk Bar where like niggas dance on top of speakers with chains and shit. Niggas from Trenton try to grab the chain. Why did a nigga from Trenton try to grab this man's chain? A rock chain. This is a rock chain. Jay-Z gave this man this chain. He was
wait on this number, bro.
Why did this nigga from Trenton with spray painted Trenton on his shirt try to grab this nigga chain off the speaker?
I got P the fifth on that one, man.
And that is why the Milk Bar is, they got cars on there. Like you could buy cars across the street from the bowling alley. You know what I'm talking about, Cherry Hill? Yo, they mashed this. It's this big dude they used to play for Camden High. Like he real big. Like he looked like Suge Knight a little bit. Yo, he
no name,
put
bro.
this nigga in the carpet. Yo, like that's just real shit that you just see, man. Like I can't.
But when you look back at it though, we can laugh at it now.
Yeah, we can laugh at it.
Everybody survived.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
everybody survived.
and stuff like that. It makes us who we are.
Right.
You know,
Right.
see, growing up, that's why I'm so happy I'm born and raised here, because if I was born and raised somewhere else,
Yep.
I don't know how it would turn out, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And not knocking no other town, no other city.
Nope, but
not doing that, but it's just,
wouldn't change a thing.
I wouldn't change it for the world, man.
Nah.
Growing up, it was rough growing up. You know, we had our certain, you know, mom, welfare, you know, and keep it real, you know. But one thing I always said though, man, I'm always do my best so I could at least help take care of my family. You know, and I'm not perfect. I had my mishaps through life, but you know, I wouldn't change it for the world, man. Ever.
Yeah, nah.
Milk bar, ooh.
We going into there.
Man.
They changed from the milk bar to
Listen, but you remember we used to walk in 30 deep, man? 20, 30 deep, man? It'd be a long ass line, man, and
I remember y'all used to walk in with baseball gloves and ski goggles.
you know what they call them?
Baseball gloves
The
was
baseball
out.
gloves,
Everybody had baseball gloves.
the murder ones.
The murder ones.